Now we will talk about varieties of plant. You see, plant world is a massive world. More than 300,000 varieties of plants have been identified by men. But we don't know how many type of plants we have yet to identify, because it's a vast subject. And out of this 300,000 plants, we use only 3,000 varieties of plants for our purpose. And for our home gardening or for our landscaping, if we know about 300 type of plants, that's enough. And now when come to categorization, it's a very big chapter, because it has been divided into genera, then families, then species, then subspecies. It's all very confusing, because throughout this 150, 200 years, this nomenclature has been done according to Latin. So it's a very confusing thing. These botanical terms are very confusing, and it is without any proper arrangement. So we should not go into that. We should know the common name and some common varieties of plants that we would need in our day to day life. So if we go in botanical world, so mainly plants are divided into 3 or 4 categories: monocot, dicot and polycot. And fungi. Monocot is a plant which doesn't have any branch, which goes straight, like this palm, like this lily. This lily is monocot, grass is monocot. Then dicot, and then polycot is this tree, etc. So we should not go in detail. For our purpose, we should know indoor plant, outdoor plant. Now in indoor plant, we have 2-3 type of plants. One which can stay inside our house, which can stay in our balcony, which can stay in our garden. And then plant which can take very tough conditions of rooftop. So we will say outdoor, full sun lover. So indoor, outdoor, 2 type of plants. Then comes this seasonal plants, those who survive only one season. Now in winter we get lot of seasonal flowers like marigold, chrysanthemum, they are all seasonal plants. These are also seasonal plant. They will stay for one season, and then they would perish, and you can regerminate them. Then there are perennials, those who stay more than one season, like that. Then we can categorize in another way according to our use. Say for example, first we have grass. Okay. Then we have this land covers, ground covers, which we use to cover a ground like a bed, like we cover with grass. So with ground cover, we cover some exposed area. Then we have small shrubs that we use for making our boundaries, for by side of the pavement. Then we have bigger bush, say something like this. You cut it, you can cut it into a, like you give a haircut, you can cut it and you can make it a bush. Then we have this hanging plants, say this plants like this, hanging plants. Then we have creepers, say things like this, these are creepers. Then we have palms. Then we have this drought tolerant plant, which doesn't require any watering, very less watering is required, You can water them in 10-15 days, and that is why this adenium is called desert rose. There is another plant which is very hardy, that's Nolina. Even if you don't water it for 10 days, nothing will happen, and it's very difficult to kill it. It has all the food for itself. So then we have things like cactus, then we have succulent, we have lilies, then we have ginger. We don't have a plant. From this, plants like this, they come up and they are called ginger. Even in ginger, you find about 700 varieties. So you can see this is a good example of a creeper. So this creeper will turn like this. Then we have water loving plants. This is a water loving plant. It will flourish in a swamp. It will flourish in stagnant water like lotus. Then we have things like bamboos. Bamboos also have many varieties. You go to market and you buy lucky bamboo, but this is not lucky bamboo. This is actually Dracaena, and it has been popularized in Oriental, especially in China, Thailand, Korea, Japan, as a lucky plant, and they tie it with a red ribbon, and they consider it a lucky plant, a plant according to Feng Shui. So you must remember, this is not really a bamboo plant. So like that, we have so many varieties. You don't have to confuse about that. You will be getting my book, no, Green Your Surrounding. Everything is simplified. You don't have to worry about anything. Like this, I must tell you little about trees also. You see, trees also have so many varieties, so many specifications. There are roadside trees, or they are called avenue trees. Those which are planted alongside road. Then there are timber trees, the trees which are planted to get timber, like mahogany, teak, lambu. There are a lot of timber trees. Then you have fruit trees. Then you have bananas. Then you have flowering trees like Krishna Chuda, Radha Chuda. They give flowers, but they don't give any fruit. So like this, various varieties are there. So we are not concerned with so much of detail, but you must know the basic, so that your gardener or your mali should not be able to play you out. If you go to a nursery, you are not just dumb, you know little bit about it, then they will not be able to play you out. For this small course, this much information is enough for you.